Whoa, I'm here. I exist. And hopefully the music's not too loud. But, whoa, new power wash. New power wash level. New free power wash level. That, I mean, just from here, it looks pretty big. So how's everyone in chat doing? Hi, Jer. Hi, J. I always forget it if it's like more pronounced Jer or Jer, because I think it's like short for Jerry, but it's like I guess it would be Jer then. Also, hi, other guy. Immediately give me a better nozzle. Yeah, rhymes with chair. Chill chair. I got your new channel name. It's got that double C noise. The chill chair. I don't like this green gunk already. Level's got a lot. This level's actually huge. Chill chair. Maybe that's what you can call yourself when you're doing your insane person stream. Your off-brand non-chill stream. I have like a closed caption thing, and I forget what it... Like, whenever I try to say Feeny... Oh, I guess it says Feeny, but it spells it F-E-E-N-E-Y. Which is not really correct. I'm pretty sure my family spells it like Fenny or something. People be getting it wrong. Oh, it autocorrects to Genie for some people, according to Feeny. I'll have a redeem that turns me into a chair. That sounds really funny. Should definitely do that. I would never abuse anyone's point redeems. Also, I have a new point redeem. Yeah, I would never. Other guy gifted me a subscription, and now I just get like so many channel points. I gotta use them on something. It's like I feel like I redeem like hydrate like 20 times a stream, but I'm still gaining points. It's only 100. It's basically free. God, I'm going to single-handedly cause you to have to like up the price of that redemption. I feel like you already mentioned it the other day. I like to keep things accessible. I have to pee so bad after the streams when I'm drowned. Yeah, that's the reason why I think I limited my hydrate redeem to like, I think like a total of 15 per stream. And I mean, it honestly doesn't even get like used very often. It's not been much of an issue. From my own experience, even if like you make a brand new redemption and then you just let it sit there, people are gonna forget about it. They're not gonna use it unless you mention it like I did, and now I'm being drowned. Y'all can check out my new thing up there above my head, showing how many redemptions Feeny just did of hydrate. It's like 6 6 total. I don't have enough drink for this. I'm already out of drink. Oh, and now I'm a snail. See, you just talk about your redemptions and people will use them. So thank you, Feeny, for going to get me a drink. You're a big nerd. I guess maybe this is the meta. If I complain, if I complain and tell people like, hey, maybe you should do more redemptions, they'll just do it. I'll be like, oh man, I hope nobody, you know, uses the hydrate today. Oh no. And then they'll be like, oh yeah, well, I'll show you. This is great, Snail Dancer. Have you never seen the Snail Dancer before? It's pretty great. God, the story behind it is I feel like the story behind why there's even a snail redeem is a little convoluted. I think one of my older models, like the way my tail like curled behind me, other guy would always be like, you're a snail. That's a snail shell on your back. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's not a snail shell. And then other guy kept wanting me to play like snail related games and wanted me to do like snail Sundays. And I'm like, I don't want to do snail Sundays. I'm not a snail. And then I was like, maybe I should embrace it a little bit and let y'all turn me into a snail. I think redemptions like that are fun. That is why I have a few of them. I feel like I had like another one in mind, but now I can't remember what it was. Feeny might just magically remember. Feeny tends to remember things way better than me. Yeah, the snail joke is very long ago now. It doesn't take too long to explain, I suppose, and even just like, I don't know, turning me into a snail is it's just fun. People can just enjoy the snail. You missed the boss baby joke? I'm trying to remember why that exists. I feel like I can't remember that one as well. I'm trying to remember what happened with the boss baby. I know one of the reasons was Wisp just doesn't like the boss baby. So it's kind of funny when she's here just to turn me into the boss baby and she'll like leave. Oh god, I'm trying to remember why this was done. I honestly can't remember why. And if like Feeny doesn't remember, I guess I'll never know. Okay, Feeny's informed me that apparently I just thought it was funny. There is no intricate joke to the boss baby. I just thought it was funny. I do remember however the idea came along. I looked up pictures of the boss baby, and I found like this terrible like plushie you see now, and I was like, this thing is so it was so funny. I'm like, this is the thing. And now it's the thing. Make sure all these little things are clean. Jared, have you ever thought to play Powerwash? I don't know if you're into cleaning games, but that'd be some good chill stream content. This is nightmare fuel. Do you also hate the boss baby? I mean, I'm definitely not a fan of the boss baby. It's just funny. And it's funny to see Wisp's reaction when she's here. So do you think we're gonna be like cleaning like normal little toys over there, or are we gonna be cleaning like cell phones and circuit boards? I feel like that's been a joke this year more than any year of just like like little Christmas elves going through existential crises because they have to make whole cell phones and they were only taught how to make wooden trains. But I have that new channel point redemption, like the wrap it up one, and I'm tempted to just use it myself so that I can just show off what it does. Feeny, you don't happen to remember the guy's name on Twitter I got that from? Who? Shindigs? There's like a PNG tuber named... Oh. Well, there goes the explanation. It is such a good idea though. But I got it from Shindigs, who's like a PNG tuber who comes up with like such good, just unique ideas. Like I'm pretty sure he has a redemption of whenever there's a hype train, it just like a train will come on screen and run him over, and he'll just stay like flat under the train being crushed until the hype train is, you know, just done with. He has a lot of unique, good ideas. I sent him in Jer's server. Oh, you mean like what, in like the promotion server or channel? I mean, you could also use it, other guy. You definitely could. I like the one where he gets kicked out of his apartment. I guess I haven't seen that one. But I love the new like the new alerts that show up whenever somebody uses like a sound like that, because you get to see the actual little drawing for the redemption. You get to see me drawn as a Nyan Neko Sugar Girl. And it's horrifying. Feeny, you're a big nerd for actually drawing that. Well, you are. Me drawn as the horrifying rendition of Ed in Netflix's Cowboy Bebop. Is the one where he gets... I think I might have seen him getting kicked out of his apartment in like a normal, like in another video. He was showing off something else. He was showing off something else, and his just like PNG model just got like flung across and off the screen. Does that happen to be the one where he like gets kicked out of his apartment? I don't think so. Oh yeah, then I don't think I have any idea. Here, I'll look at it now. Here, I was gonna mute the desktop audio in case this makes noise at me. What? He's so muffled. Oh, I think I understand. There's like an AI. There's like an there's like an AI that takes over his stream, and it clips over to like you can see him out of like a you can see like him outside, like standing outside through like the little peephole in the door, and he's muffled. It took me a second to piece all that together. That is a pretty good redemption. A lot of his redemptions are like very... Yeah, he always gives tutorials on Twitter. Yeah, he's a very cool guy. I was trying to relay that information by just repeating how unique his stuff is, because it's honestly just, you know, I think it's very cool. It's all with OBS. Yeah, the fact that he like he showed his like wrap it up screen and was like, I made this only in Twitch alerts, and I thought for a second, I was like, oh my gosh, like yeah, you definitely could make this in Twitch alerts. Like I was messing with Twitch alerts like the day before and kind of got used to like using them and setting them up, and I'm like, oh, that's actually really cool that you can, you know, he thought to do, you know, find something like that unique and funny to use, you know. It's in just Twitch alerts. It takes just a few minutes to set something like that up. Don't world clocks like this usually need like, shouldn't you put like the time zone up there, or maybe like the place that it's this time in? And also these times don't make any sense. Am I wrong, or are all time zones like okay, it's 2 p.m. here, it's like 4 p.m. here, it's 12 a.m. here, like it's all like you don't really change by like a matter of random minutes? Am I wrong about that? No. Sorry, I said too many things. Oh. Apparently I'm a clown for not understanding time zones. Me and Feeny were even just thinking about the clown redemption the other day, and we're like, yep, the old model lives on. God, I saw the, I think it was the other day I messaged you, other guy, if I could use that, like, that song that you made me for, like, a point redemption. And that was the same day I was, like, cleaning up my computer, and I saw, like, the, oh, what was it? It was like you were, like, mourning the loss of this old model and calling my new one an imposter. I see the snail now. It's not a snail. It doesn't look like a snail at all. It has like visible hair. There's visible hair on my tail. Okay. It's a hairy snail. I think a hairy snail would make it a mammal, which means it's not a snail. I think if a snail just had hair, like that would be a completely different animal. That's like one of those little, like one of those worms on a string. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Feeny giggled, he knows. I remember being like really young before those things were like a hit on the internet. And I saw one of those like in Walmart. I think I'd even seen like advertisements about them, how they were supposed to be like your cool little friend, and then it shows that it's like, oh, it crawls all over you and blah blah blah, and look at all the cool stuff you can have it do. But then it's like it's literally just a worm on a string, and you have to have actual skill to be able to like puppet it around. And then like years later, somehow the internet got a hold of those things, and it just became like I don't know, just like an internet icon. It wasn't even about like, oh, it can wiggle around and do things. It was just like, look how cute this little creature is. Let's like put it on a t-shirt. Well, thanks to your vision, there's now a snail redeem. So if you want real snail, you can have real snail pretty much whenever you want. And when I say pretty much whenever you want, I mean like it has like I don't remember what the cooldown is. It's got like a slight cooldown. Snail Bob will return. The closest thing Snail Bob is to returning, like, I found that, like, that Twitter thread I posted to my server the other day about the, like, insane, crazy lore of Snail Bob and how he has the most, like, unfortunate life and is always getting, like, kicked out of his apartment and divorced. I didn't even read all of it, but I was surprised of how many just, like, it was just a tweet about, like, here's all, like, the bad things that has ever happened to Snail Bob. And it was like, how is there so much? Other guy, do you have any other point redemption ideas I can steal? Or are you protecting those now? You could have a snail redemption. You could pay Feeny to draw you as a snail. I remember you I think it was in like Jared's chat the other day, you were talking about getting garters. Unword tape will appear on my character's mouth so I muffle my speech for a minute. That's pretty good. Oh, I'm already excited for that one. Like, you're gonna be, like, rambling about something you're, like, excited or passionate about, and I'm gonna throw on the tape. I'm gonna get in some kind of, like, silly little internet argument with you, and I'm gonna be, like, losing. I'm gonna throw on the tape. Like, I'll show you, other guy. Well, when you imagine a channel point redemption like that, that's what it's gonna be. That's at least what I imagine it getting used for. It's very funny. And I'm sure it'll be very fun. Chat will have so much power over the streamer. Feeny. You don't gotta do that. I feel bad for Feeny because he's like sitting behind me and he's like, man, I gotta draw all those new emotes. And I'm like, I'm sorry, Feeny, that Twitch decided to double like the animated emote slots. And then also give like 2 additional ones if you use Twitch alerts. So I have like 5 empty emote slots right now. I'm like, I'm sorry, Feeny. Feeny, what do you want for Christmas? Feeny the thumbnail machine. Feeny doesn't even like take that long to make the thumbnails, and then Feeny shows me the thumbnail and I'm like, this is like hilarious. I love this like every time. Like, he drew, like, an Isaac one last night. And how long did you work on that for, Feeny? Like, maybe 10 minutes? Like, I'm not sure how long either, but it wasn't very long. But I think that must have gone up today. But it was... I liked it. It was funny. You even gave, like, Isaac the funny big tooth I have. And I'm like, there's so many more emote slots now, and I'm like, I'm excited for the emotes, but I'm also just like, Feeny, take your time, please. Don't stress about that. It's gonna be okay. There's no rush. Take your time with the emotes. I haven't been paying attention to the little in-game messages, but I've suddenly become very curious of what's actually happened in here. I think I've played enough Powerwash Sim that usually I'm just like, you know, there's no explanation for this. But now I'm suddenly like, I'm thinking about like all the different colors and nonsense, and I'm like, what did happen in here? This makes me think of like the... You're missing the lore. Isn't there a... Oh yeah, I can check the lore. It's the night that our inventor pitches next year's star toy to Santa. They were carrying them through the office in a big box. Testing the durability of the rocket ships on the ceiling. It sounds like they don't even like say what happened yet. The lore. I don't think I care about the lore that much. I didn't care enough about the lore to actually like read any of that. I just skimmed it very, very briefly. I'm really good at skimming through things and gaining like no knowledge. Like whenever I try to like read something, especially if it's like long, my ADHD loves to just like bounce around just nonsensically. And then I don't actually retain any knowledge or learn anything or process a single word I've read. I remember being like young and being in like, I think I was in like elementary. At some year in elementary school. Probably in like the 4th grade or something. I think my teacher must have realized I wasn't... You know, they must have realized there was something wrong with my reading. So they gave me like a bookmark. And they're like, here, hold this bookmark underneath the sentence you're reading so that you can't accidentally read like ahead for no reason. And I remember hating doing that. Because like, I think it more just embarrassed me at the time. Because I was like, no one else in my class has to do this. Why do I have to do this? And then years and years and years later in my life, I realized, like, oh, I'm not exactly normal and am not properly medicated. You've always been this impatient? I can't, like, help it. My ADHD is horrible. Like, I was trying to read, like, the new, like, Twitch TOS. And I was like, okay, I gotta read the new Twitch TOS. I gotta slow down, and I gotta actually like read and comprehend these words. And then like their website doesn't have like a dark mode, and I have photosensitivity. Like I'm really sensitive to light. So just like looking at the page that intently hurt the hell out of my eyes. Like I looked away, and it's like how you stare into a light for too long and you burn kind of like a little dark spot in your vision. I felt like my entire vision had like a light dark spot over it for several minutes. And I was like, you know, sitting here being like, I think this might develop into a migraine. This is bad. God forbid a 5-second admonition ruins One Piece for you. God, we've had this conversation before, like... I think it's a completely, like, valid thing just to be like, I'm super interested in the story of this show. If I have the power to just press the skip button twice, I'm just gonna press the skip button a couple times and go back to my show and save 10 seconds of my life. Because I mean, I legitimately believe those seconds will count up in the end. I don't want to waste them, like, watching the intro I've seen 100 times. I don't want to waste them watching a dumb little intermission that I've seen potentially a million times if I just decide to sit there through it for no reason. Here's another one for you, other guy. I don't think I've ever mentioned, but I'm sure you'll remember to use this in the future. Whenever I'm like microwaving something, I always pull it out about 6 seconds before it's done. Because I'm just like, those 6 seconds aren't doing anything. Like, I just want my food. I just want to, like, you know, move about my day. I'm just gonna pull it out now. Oh my god, Feeny, the Hot Pockets don't have ice in them. I made Hot Pockets for Feeny like one time, and whatever.
It was multiple times before I said anything.
Apparently it was multiple times. Feeny, they don't usually have ice in them. I think I've explained this in detail, and it just makes me sound... I know me explaining it makes me sound, like, insane. Because, like, I pretty much eat Hot Pockets every day, and I've been doing this since I was like probably like 16, maybe even like 15, like every day for so long now, almost 10 years. And like I don't know, there's just like certain, like they're all the same Hot Pockets. They're all like the pepperoni pizza Hot Pockets. But there's, like, different, like, types of them. Like, sometimes you'll get a box of Hot Pockets, and the Hot Pockets will be, like, overstuffed. And those are the good ones. Like, they're overstuffed, they're very puffy, and they just have a lot of filling. And sometimes you get a box of Hot Pockets, and they're, like, almost flat, and they're pitiful. And those are, you know, the bad ones. So when you get a box of, you know, good ones that are overstuffed, and you put them in the microwave for the same, you know, the regular amount of time, yeah, they're not gonna cook as well, and they're gonna have some ice in the middle, which is what I legitimately believe what happened when I made some for Feeny. Usually I'll cook, you cook the normal ones that are like maybe in the middle, or the flat sad ones, and you cook those in the microwave for the same amount of time you do every time, and they're fine. There's nothing wrong with them. They might be a little cold in the middle, but that's how I like it, because I want to be able to eat my food. I don't want to burn my mouth on my food. I don't want to wait for the food to cool down. I'll just eat it when it's still a little cold. You jump out of the car 6 seconds before it parks. Oh man, this is kind of. I've kind of done that once or twice, to be honest. There was a few times where I would be like riding in the car with my sister, and we'd be getting up to the house, and I haven't brought the trash can back to the house yet. And I'd be like, okay, stop here at the road, and I'll get out and I'll grab the trash can and just walk back with it. Instead of me getting out at the house, walking up to the road, grabbing the trash can and bringing it back, I would just have her let me out at the road. So I wouldn't have to walk both times. I just have to walk the one time. If we slowed your stomach rumbles, it's actually saying, help me, please no more. I'm gonna... God. I don't have words for that. I think like my family's legitimately like in the past like made me feel bad about like my eating habits, but like I don't know what to do about it, because it's like this is just what, like all I can explain is like this is what my what my mental illnesses want. Like my neurodivergentness, just this is what I want to eat. Like this is the thing. Like I know like normal people seem to like they they can't eat the same thing every day or they get bored of it. And I'm like, I've been eating these pepperoni pizza hot pockets almost every day for like 10 years. And it's like I mean I don't feel, I don't know. It be like that. Feeney, I think Feeney's done a good job with like actually, I don't know, opening my palate to some new, different things. Feeney is a good cook. Feeney doesn't get on to me for eating just about the same thing every day. Sensory issues are a beast. You're eating, which is everything. I did not try salt for the first time, thanks to Feeney. I definitely like make the joke with Feeney, though. Like, it's like sometimes I'll have like saltine crackers because I'm like, sometimes I get migraines and afterwards my stomach is really upset because I have really bad migraines that cause me, to be sick to my stomach. And I'll have like saltine crackers to try and eat those afterwards so I can just eat something. And I'll make the joke to Feeney, be like, these are so perfectly seasoned. Yum, yum, yum. Salt. And it's funny every time. We had, I don't remember where we got that spray cheese, Feeney. We had to use the spray cheese for something. Feeney's making fun of me because apparently one time in my life I ate saltine crackers with spray cheese on it. And it's a 6-year-old who goes into cardiac arrest for eating a slightly salted graham cracker. I don't know what to say to that either. Like, that's just, like, it's obviously just, like, not true. And I have to remember and be like, okay, other guy's just messing with me. Other guy's not serious. Don't overthink this. Because it's like, no, I'm not gonna die if I eat a graham cracker. It'd be more likely to believe that I'm gonna die if I look at this room and press this button. Looking at that too much, the freaking flash is horrible. Okay. What do you... Moon eats Hot Pockets every day for a decade and thinks it's fine. I mean, I'm not saying it's fine. Like, it's probably not fine. Like, when you said that my stomach is grumbling for help, I never said, like, no, I'm fine. It's, yeah, I'm probably not fine. But what I chalk it up to is I'm autistic and ADHD, and that this is just what I'm. This is just how I am. I don't know. I'm enjoying the thing I eat. I'm allowed to enjoy my life. It's like those people who like smoke, and you're like, smoking's bad, and they're like, I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. Like I enjoy eating them. I never said they were good for me. Speak to your lawyer first. No, I got this. I can defend myself. I'm my own attorney. It's always a great idea. On the advice of my counsel, I will not speak on that subject. But isn't there isn't there some nonsense? Like I was playing, it's like even I was playing AI the Salmonim Files, and there was a woman who like admitted to the murder. She's like, I did it. Here's my, you know, oh god, I can't remember the word they used. Essentially, she admitted to the murder, and they're like, you know, later she like retracted her confession. That's what it is. She confessed to the murder, and later she retracted her confession, and they're like, oh, okay, bye. And I'm like, is that a thing you're just allowed to do? Like, if you just like recant your confession, they just let you leave? If I take back my confession here and be like, yeah, I'd like all those words like wiped from the record, can I just like go home now and like get my lawyer? Isn't people make confessions very often? Yeah, and that was the situation too in like the game I was playing. But like I feel like if they knew I was guilty and had the proof, they wouldn't need my confession, would they? Like if I'm guilty and you got the proof, you don't need my confession. If I confess and you don't have the proof, I'm just gonna take my confession back and go home. It helps a lot. Well, I'm taking my confession back. What are you gonna do about it? Confession gone. I'll just have to wipe that from the VOD. You won't ever see it again. If you plead not guilty, then it's gonna be dragged out in court for years. That sounds really bad and annoying for a lot of people. I guess that's why in the magical world of Ace Attorney, they're only allowed to have like 3 days per trial. And if you like don't do it in 3 days, then I guess the murderer just goes home and you never see them again until they, I guess, get caught murdering again. The American judicial system. I don't know much about that system, but the way you've just described it, just like on its face, sounds definitely could be better. It makes me think of, God, I wish I could remember like the name of like of the whole ordeal. But it was essentially like back during like the satanic panic nonsense. Some group of like young teenagers were accused of being like Satanists, and like they like murdered some young girl or something. And the guy who like, you know, like the main guy who they believed it was, like the freaking teenager, got taken to court, and he didn't like treat it seriously because like he, you know, he trusted the system. He's like, you know, I didn't do it, so obviously I'm not going to be tried as guilty. And then he got tried as guilty, even though people, you know, people can look back on this like, I keep forgetting the word for it, like the court session, the what is it? It's like the, what's the word for it? For like the thing that happened. Why can't I remember this? It's just a simple word. It's whatever they call the, like the whole situation. It's the, yeah, the case. That's what I'm trying. They go back and like they look at the case, and it's like, yeah, this is obviously bullshit. He obviously didn't do it. They never got the right person. But this poor kid trusted the system, and I guess like went to jail or was executed. I don't remember. There's so many cases of innocent people who's been given the death penalty, and very recently, not like in the past. Yeah, and it's horrifying, honestly. I think that's actually horrifying. Like there's like You know, there's like everyday fears people have. Be like, oh yeah, I'm scared of spiders and clowns and blib blib blib, and it's like then like that happens. It's like like suddenly you're being tried for something you didn't do, and it's like, now this is true horror. Fun stream moons. I don't remember how we got here. There's no chill before my name. This isn't the Chill Jare stream. This is the Moonsdancer stream. Or we might stumble into talking about how horrifying being put on the death penalty for something you didn't do would be. Chill moons. This is anxious moons. Yeah, maybe I should rebrand. I've always kind of thought about taking the word like dancer out of my name. I can rebrand to anxious moons. I could try to be chill moons. Like here we're gonna finish the balcony balusters. We're gonna clean these plump boys up. All these plump little men are getting blasted by my water. Here we go. Everyone's getting their shower. Everyone's getting their blowy. Plump, blast those plump boys. I have so many clips of you peeking the mic with shouting. I need to figure out my audio nonsense. I think at some point I actually did it, and I had like I had fixed that stuff. I was like, okay, I set like a sound gate or something. I don't remember what I did, and then like my OBS just decided, like I opened up my OBS one day and like all of my keybinds were gone, all of my filters on my mic were gone, and I'm like, okay, fuck this. But I should really just do that again. I just remember it being like really obnoxious, and I didn't know what I was doing, and I didn't even know how to like tell if it was working properly or how it sounded. It was all just a terrible mess, and it was not fun. It was not easy, not fun, and now I have to do it again. Western Moons 2023, I had to do a lot of audio adjustments. That just tells me that like my streams had audio problems for months and nobody bothered to tell me, which kind of really annoys me. Like I'm constantly, like almost every stream at the beginning, just being like, if there's any problems with the audio, like please, you know, tell me. Like, and I was like, oh, it's been months and somebody's finally telling me that I constantly peak the mic. Great. Good audio mix is hard. It's like a dragon I'm always chasing. For the first like month I watched you had noise suppression on the master audio. It sounded so bad. It's because I think I still have that. I'm pretty sure I still have that on. Or maybe I don't. I don't know. I don't know anything about audio balancing or handling audio. I would have noticed it. Okay, then it must be just on my mic. Which I think I mainly put that on so you couldn't like hear the fan in my room. Because I have a noisy fan that makes a weird clicky noise sometimes. So, to fix, like, the mic peaking, what should I do, other guy? What kind of, like, filter does my mic need? Like, is it like a noise gate? Or is it like something else? Put a limiter on the microphone audio. And now I just gotta figure out like the ranges. Are there good like default ranges for a limiter in OBS? Or is that just like person to person? It's one slider. Here, I'm gonna like take a peek and see if I could just do this now. This is the Powerwash stream. We're not here for gameplay. Just about into the mic. Just shout into the mic while moving the slider. I mean, my sister's not home. I could definitely get loud. Shout into the mic. Here, I'm gonna actually mute my mic and do this, and I'm gonna save all of you. And unless one person tells me that they really, really want to hear me shout into the mic, I'll give you a few seconds to decide. We'll need this as the baby. Okay, I'm gonna take that as you want me to shout into the mic. I really want it. Ah! 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 Okay, I adjusted it to where it doesn't go into the red. It just barely stops at like right below the red. How does that seem? Okay, that's good. So I can get really loud and it's fine and everyone's gonna live. Wham, a baby! Wham! Wham, help me! Red equals bad. Okay, thank you for clearing that up. Okay, I know that sounded sarcastic because I was making a little bit of a joke there, being like, oh yeah, red equals bad, we'll do no shit. But I actually really appreciate your input on the audio. And you helping me with the simple task, which in my eyes is not so simple, but you made it sound very easy. It was actually easy. Crazy. Yeah, Jer, I assume doing it, like, just even if you don't need it, it's probably a great idea. But Jer, do you really think you need a limiter? You're chill, Jer. You whisper into your mic all the time. And then I sit here and I get excited and I talk too loud. I talk so loud sometimes. He'll need it for the chaos stream, that is true. I hope we get the chaos stream. I know he wants to like hit his his donation goal, but I don't have the money to help. I wish I could help. It'll happen regardless. Well, that's good to know. I did hear you talk about all the stuff you had planned and how you were excited for it. And I kind of assumed maybe it would happen anyway. You want to avoid accidental peaks. Well, look at me. I've been doing it for months. And I'm doing pretty okay. I'm gaining followers. People are here, they're watching. Yeah, the amount of money you did raise is crazy. I can't imagine myself raising that much money. You did a good job, JR. You did a good job for a good cause. What am I stuck on? Oh, the sled's over here. Maybe one day, Feeny. Feeny's like in the past has found like free, they're like, it's free now, get it now, audio plugin. And then like I download and I get the audio plugin and I'm like, this is like an alien language to me. Like, I don't know what what is happening. There was one we got really close to even Like we can't even get them to like work. Like, like we got close to getting one to work, and it's like, oh, just do this. So you can like mess with like your OBS or whatever, and it just like wasn't connecting. I don't understand audio plugin. Audio is hard. I could clean up this corner. I don't know why my mind suddenly just remembered like red equals bad. And why that was funny to me.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Like it sure does. Only I'd figured that out sooner. Only OBS came with like a, I don't know, like a setup guide. Some tips and hints. It is kind of insane to me that you can like I don't know, just like, I guess any program really. Like OBS or like some kind of like editing software, and it like doesn't come with a tutorial. And it's like, dear God, how do I use this? You gotta rely on YouTube. If YouTube didn't exist, like figuring it out yourself would be a nightmare. Audio is complicated, but there's always a good guide for anything. Red equals bad, green equals good. You know what? I'm gonna, hold on. How do I pin a chat? How do I pin a message? I think I've pinned a message like one time before, and suddenly I'm just like, why isn't it? Let me pin the message. I could delete the message. I could reply to the message. Just no. Okay, I don't know how, whatever. I just thought it'd be funny. Fire bad, grass good. Back to caveman. You can only pin mod messages? Is that true? I guess I've never experienced enough about pinning messages. I just assumed you could pin anyone's message. Like, if it's only a moderator who can pin a message, why can't I choose to just pin anyone's message? That'd be funny. Oh, other guy, did you see, I already forgot, I'm terrible with names. I already forgot his name. The guy, I'm just gonna alt tab to find it. Shindigs. Did you see Shindigs Redeem, where if he has a redeem that it's like, run an advertisement on my stream, but if you use that redeem, it doesn't run an advertisement. Yeah, I can turn the music down. Okay. If you use it, it doesn't run an advertisement. It just puts the chat member's name on screen, and it shames them for trying to run an advertisement, and then it times them out for a minute. I thought that was really funny. That like gives me an idea that like I want a redemption that like gets people timed out when they use it. Like I could get rid of like the boss baby And if you ever use the boss baby redemption, you just get timed out. I could be evil like that. You've never been timed out? What, just anywhere or any reason? I feel like I've been timed out at some point for some reason. Like, because it makes me think of like I was in here, I'll time you out. Enjoy your first time timeout. But I was in your chat the other day, Jer, and I think it was literally yesterday that I made a clip and I tried to post the link to the clip in your chat, and you said your auto mod caught it. And I'm like, I'm sure if I have done that too many times, your auto mod would have just taken me out. Like your auto mod would have just taken me out back, and you wouldn't have seen me again for a while. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm talking directly to you, Jer, but now you're timed out. How does it feel to have someone like waiting for your response, but you like physically can't talk, and you're just like, this is a good test of patience. A good test of patience for, like, Jer specifically, I mean. I feel so alive. Moon, talk about how bad Roller Coaster Tycoon is. I think I've might have figured out why I'm so bad at Roller Coaster Tycoon. Because the one I played is like, you know, like the old one, like the original like second one. And I was in like Jer's stream the other day, and he talked about how he's like I asked him what the hamburger prices were, and he's like, oh yeah, it's $1.50, which I guess is a good price for like 2001. I don't know. And I'm just like immediately like, oh my gosh, I never thought about that. I never thought about how I needed to scale the prices to like 2001 prices, and that might be why I was never made any money and nobody ever used anything I ever tried to sell them. I don't know what the 2001 burger price is. I remember like setting a price for the bathrooms of like 10 cents, but that didn't seem to help very much. Moon forgets about inflation. What a beautiful ignorant world I live in, huh? Ignorance truly is bliss. This level's taking longer than I guess like it is a big level, but I'm like, I've been here for an hour. How's it been an hour already? I gotta clean this like chair that looks like it's made out of plastic. Looks like a big blow up toy. Also, looking at this place makes me think about like what a lazy jerk Santa is. Like he sits here in his big chair by the fireplace, like not even like looking at like the elves where they're supposed to be working. And then like he gets like a big comfy chair, and the elves get like little stumps. They don't even get like a backrest. They just get crappy little stumps. That can't be very comfortable. Oh look, there's actually a fire in there. That was extremely dirty. It's a bare naked lady song about Santa being a union buster while the elves try to organize. Have you ever played Viscera Cleanup? There's a like a DLC level for Viscera Cleanup Detail where like the premise of the game is essentially like, here's a location where a terrible event has happened and a lot of people were murdered and you have to clean it up. Only there's a Christmas level where like Santa went on a rampage and like murdered all of the elves and all of the reindeer, and you have to clean up the corpses and clean up like the workshop. It kind of makes me think about that. This is what that level makes me think about. Because I'm playing a cleaning game. No way. No, it's definitely a real level. Maybe for like the holiday, me and Feeny can do that level together in Viscera Cleanup. Feeny, you wanna do the funny Santa level in Viscera Cleanup? Yeah, we can do that sometime. I believe you. Just wow. I mean, I think it's great. That level has some like bullshit achievements though. Like the physics in that game are like really janky. And like really janky, and especially if you're playing in multiplayer, whoever's like not host of the server can just the physics just break. And one of the achievements is you have to stack up like, I don't know, like 10 chairs, which I don't even know how you're supposed to do that because you can't. You're obviously not 10 chairs tall. You're maybe like 3 chairs tall. So then it's like, how are you supposed to get the rest of the chairs on top of the tower without the random weird physics knocking the tower over? It's like you have to build a separate chair tower, like chair stairs, and climb up to the top so that you can put more chairs on your biggest tower. And I've never given it a good try, but I'm like, I don't want to do this. It's so much. Hold on, I'm gonna take a drink. My throat is feeling unbelievably dry. I need to remember that streams like this, I usually talk a little more. And I need to be hydrated for my poor voice's sake. I think the name of the achievement is like even just like Tower of Babel or something. It obviously is like, we're gonna make you build a ridiculously tall tower of chairs. Our physics engine isn't exactly the best thing ever. I think there's even a graphic options. There is a graphic option to turn the physics like up or down, like the physics quality. And you can turn it all the way up and it's still just like chairs, freaking chair stacking. It's such a joke. I feel bad for Feeny because like I hate doing like the barrels. One of the objectives is always like you got to put like all the barrels and the crates in their little spots, and Feeny's like not the host, so his physics are even worse than normal, and he's trying to stack up all the crates and barrels and they're like violently shaking like they're about to explode all over the room. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, Feeny. I'm sorry, you should be host next time. I'm sorry for making you stack up the barrels. I don't like stacking the barrels. It's the worst job ever. I'd rather just pick up the body parts. Like, that's actually kind of fun. It's the fun part of the cleaning game. Which reminds me of that crime, I think, what was it called? Like crime scene cleaner or something? Like that game's probably gonna come out next year, and like I played the demo and it was pretty good. I'm surprised there's not more cleaning games. And then there was a time not too long ago that I tried really hard to just be like, I want all the cleaning games. Like I want to play cleaning game so bad. And there's just like almost no good ones. There's Viscera Cleanup, and then there's Powerwash Sim. And honestly, Powerwash Sim's not that great. Like it's definitely fun for what it is, and I really enjoy it. But I feel like the systems in this game could be a little more like flushed out, and it would probably be like more fun. Like how in career mode you gain like all of this money. Like see you can see in the top corner I have like $14,000 and I have nothing to buy. There's nothing to use that money on. Like if there was something to use that money on, that would immediately make the game just like way better. Like I'm not even sure what you would use that money on. Like the game already kind of makes you pay for upgrades. Like you gotta buy the better guns, you know, the better power washers. And I'm like, that's a lot of money you don't use, and that's assumingly the incentive for, you know, playing the game. Like there's obviously the incentive of just, you know, playing the game to play the game because the game is fun, but I usually enjoy a little more than that. I would enjoy if the in-game currency had a reason to exist. Why is this pipe not clean? Okay, I did it. What is this green sludge over here? What are they, like, this is the decoration machine? What kind of green sludge are they using to decorate presents? Decoration machine. I'm power washing paper. That doesn't seem like a great idea. I guess we've always been over this. We've been over this many times. How are you able to power wash blank? Video game magic. That's one thing I wonder if they could like flush out a bit about the game. It's like you wash all this dirt off and then like where does it go? Like maybe if you were then like after you power washed like everything, and then like you know then the game would like you can't like usually I power wash from like the bottom up, it seems. I always like, you know, the freaking roof might be like the last thing I do. But then like what if the dirt, like, you know, you clean the floor up and the walls, and you're like, oh, I forgot the roof, and then you do the roof, and all the dirt falls off the roof and onto the floor, and then it's like a watery, soupy mess, and it's like, oh, I guess I'll, you know, get a friggin' mop bucket. But I guess it's not Power Wash and Mop Bucket Simulator, I don't know. I'm obviously not trying to complain about the game, I'm just spitballing ideas for funsies on systems to flush out a game like this that might make it more interesting and give it a few more unique qualities and things to do. There is the challenge mode, which is definitely a unique and interesting thing to do, but I don't have the heart to do that because it just sounds like torture to me. It does not sound appealing to me. It's like, okay, you have like 2 gallons of water. Clean this car. And I'm like, oh god, that is not a lot of water. Or you're like on a timer or something. I'm like, I don't really want to speed run the game. I already feel like I play the game faster than most people. But then like you give me the timer and suddenly like I'm like stressed out. And some of these levels take like so long. Like imagine if you got to like the end of the level and you just like barely run it, like you like just run out of time and like don't make like the mark you wanted to hit and you're like, "Oh, I got to redo the whole level again." Give me up there. Gotta like climb up the slide to finish cleaning this machine I was working on. Let me up here. I don't happen to have like a ladder or something, do I? How am I attached to this? Oh. Oh, I do have a ladder. And a step stool. I wish I could sprint with the ladder in my hand. I can't seem to jump off the ladder. Oh, I can just put it right there. Yippee! Ceiling is so dirty. I guess everything is so dirty, but the ceiling just seems a little more so because it's like I don't know, it's down there it's just like a pure sheen of black, but up here it's like what is it? Has like texture. It has more texture to it and more color. It's like the chimney exploded and just sent soot everywhere. So I'm a little too close to this. A little too close for the three prong. I feel like I got like a little bit of like phlegm in my throat or something. I wonder if that's like my body, like emergency. We don't have enough like fluid to properly hydrate you. We have to use mucus now. Like, no, you don't have to do that. I don't appreciate that. You might even be able to hear the difference, and it's like, ugh. Cheer checker dome. Yeah, I'm getting there. The dome will be cleaned. Kind of appreciate how well the green one's working for a lot of this. Usually the green one isn't super great. I like actually getting dirt off stuff. Usually I go for like the three prong or the yellow one. It's not, the dirt is not very pesky. Yeah, I'm gonna change the music. Where is that? Here, let's put this one on. Thanks for the lurk and the love, Jer. Beanie, why did you laugh at that? You made me laugh at that. That wasn't funny. And now I have, like, the temptation to just start calling you Chair. Even though that does seem to just be, like, such a random thing that has happened. Is I was like, oh yeah, how is that pronounced? And you're like, oh, it rhymes with chair. It's like the first thing you thought of. That, like, shouldn't constitute you a new nickname, but, like, I kind of want it to. Why is this slide still dirty? There must be, like, a chunk of dirt I missed somewhere. There's, like, little speckles. Usually there's just a big old chunk somewhere that I overlooked. Like right there, that was a good chunk. The window's apparently filthy. Kind of. Oh my god, the slide has like one speck of dust on it somewhere. It's another speck of dust on it somewhere. Okay, I did it. Let's get the base. Let's make sure the base is nice and clean. Make sure it's separated from the floor. I like separating things from the floor before I actually clean the floor. There was a lot of dirt under that light. Why do they have Christmas ornaments this big? Does that mean they have a Christmas tree somewhere that, like, is big enough for these and they were, like, extras? Also, I wouldn't trust the Christmas ornament just to set in the corner like this. Like, it's round, it's probably really heavy. It's probably honestly, like, top heavy because of this. Why isn't it rolling away? What if it like just decides to start rolling? It runs an elf over. which somehow roundabout makes me think about elves dying, and then it makes me think about Deep Rock Galactic, because their Halloween event, their Christmas event is live, and apparently the instead of skulls like in a Halloween, you have to kill like little elves, and you return their corpses for like double XP. And I'm like, I gotta get around to playing some of that. I gotta convince Feeny to play with me. Feeny has been consumed by Palia. How's your house coming along, Feeny? Oh. No fish. Are you just fishing like on your property, or did you go out into the world? Oh, you went outside. Scary. Ooh. Maybe soon enough you'll be able to help me break a flow tree. Usually I'll try to like ask other people's help to help me break flow trees, because like they regenerate health, so you can't usually break them alone. But like in the first area, if you ask for help with a flow tree, there's like no one ever around who can help you. But if you're in the second area, there's always people around. So I'm in the first area and I found a flow tree and I'm like, please somebody help me. And no one ever responds. And it's kind of sad. Because it's like, okay, goodbye, flow tree. It was nice knowing you. That makes me wonder if people know flow trees can even spawn in that area. Oh yeah, you're right, Feeny. The second area does like have the grove. Apparently a grove. I think somebody explained what the grove was in like the in-game chat, where like every in-game day, like midnight, it's supposed to spawn somewhere. And I remember there was like 10 or more people showed up to cut the grove. It's like the most people I've seen in one place in that game. People go crazy, go stupid over the grove trees. I also really think it's cool that you can just run around and like hit each one at least once, and then if the tree gets broken, it still drops everything for you. And I really appreciate the flow tree mechanic, because usually in MMOs like that, a lot of people, like, I guess MMOs in general, people aren't, you know, they don't have to talk to each other or like communicate or like really collaborate at all, so they just aren't going to. But in Palia, if you want the flow tree wood, you have to talk to people or at least like have chat open or pay attention to what's happening, or get really lucky and find a miniature flow tree all by just by yourself. Those I can actually break alone. Anything bigger than that, I've like the tier 3 axe is not able to do it. There's probably a better axe. There's probably a couple better axes I don't have. I don't even need flow tree wood yet, but you know, you get it when you can. Running around looking for iron. Iron is surprisingly difficult to find. And then like I find some ore and it's not iron and it's not copper. It's some kind of like blue shimmery rock, and I'm like, I don't know what this is, but I can't break it. And I'm gonna be like really sad later when I find out how important this is, and I think past on all the ones I found but couldn't break. And I probably should just do some like good grinding in that game on like fishing or something. Because I need money. I want to buy like the next backpack upgrade, but it's like 5,000 gold. And gold does not come easy. What's so dirty about this door? Oh, it's just invisible dirt in the windows. No, the windows are different. The windows are their own things. Okay, the door is magically clean now. Okay, I'll take it. Can't really get the top of the frame. Give me the ladder. Please. Okay, maybe if it's over here? Oh, that didn't work. Forgot I can just use my mind to teleport the ladder around. Come on. I need a longer thingy. Yay. God, I'm trying to remember. I saw some ridiculous tweet today about how it was like, maybe it was like Australia or something. It was some, I guess it doesn't matter which like country it was specifically, but some country came out and they were like, we're going to be allowing Santa to fly unimpeded in our airspace this year. And I'm like, okay. Like things like this are starting to make me wonder, is Santa real or not? Because I'm pretty sure he's not real. But then a whole country comes out and releases like an official statement about how he's allowed to fly in their airspace. And I'm like, is this just your way of saying you now celebrate Christmas? I don't think Santa's in your airspace. Maybe y'all think if you say Santa's allowed in your airspace, Santa will like you're gonna manifest Santa to be real. How are these bells still dirty? I'll never know. Become clean. God, I just had the urge to like hit it with a hammer for some reason. I think maybe that was like from Deep Rock. Just had the urge to whack it with a pickaxe. Like that was gonna make the bells clean. And I'm probably gonna get back in some AI the Summoning files tomorrow. I might even start like, I might try to start kind of early. I don't know, it's gonna be like Saturday. I think Saturday is probably a good day to start during the day a little more. I am undecided. It'll probably just depend on what time I wake up. I don't usually wake up very early. I think I woke up today like 4:45, 4:30ish. Me and Feeny usually stay up pretty late. God, I might have to, like, now that I think about it, I might have to change my sleep schedule a little. So I've got, like, some kind of... I've got something I gotta go do on, like, Monday. I'm trying... I think that might be, like, 11 in the morning. I don't remember what time it was. Some nonsense thing I gotta go do. I was about to ask where the dirt was, and then I pressed like the wrong button and was standing right in front of it. I meant to crouch a little more, but I hit the sprint button. Whatever nonsense exploded in here really made sure to make everything dirty. As it always does. I'm waiting for the explanation just to be like, oh yeah, there's some like weird natural disaster anomaly that happens in this universe that just drops a huge dirt bomb on every inch of something. Oh, that probably makes sense enough. Like, oh, like science fiction. Thinking about, like, for some reason thinking about the giant dirt bomb coming out of nowhere reminds me of the trailer for the new Kung Fu Panda movie. And it's like, it makes it look like some magical portal opens up and like... Oh god, what was the guy's name? Queenie, what was the villain's name from the first Kung Fu Panda? Like... Tai Lung. Tai Lung comes out of the portal. The dude who was assumingly dead. Because in the first movie, they're like, oh, the whooshy finger hold. The hardest part is cleaning up afterwards. And it's like, oh... So he got like turned into a giant dust cloud and dispersed across the world. He's just dead. You disintegrated him. He's dead. But then in the newest movie, it looks like he's not dead. He was just like teleported to some kind of, I guess, alternate universe. Like maybe like some weird tiny prison world. I don't know. He's super not dead. And I'm surprised how curious I am on finding out how they explain that away. They brought him back, and all I can assume is like they're gonna try to they're gonna try to have some kind of like I don't know, like an arc, like some, you know, like they're gonna be like, oh, he's like a good guy now. He had his kung fu taken and he's trying to help. But a lot of the focus of the trailer was just on that new little fox character that I've seen a lot of people on Twitter disappointed in their design, and I don't blame them. People are like, it's very basic and has like it's so uninteresting and boring, and I'm like, yeah, it is. I've seen some people like, I don't know, like drawing like versions. They're like, here's like a version, like my idea of how to like make, you know, it a little more interesting. And I'm like, wow, that's better. It's definitely better. Can't wait to like watch the movie when it comes out and shake my head at the childish fart jokes. I think there was one in particular in the trailer, and I watched it and I was like almost disgusted. It's like Poe goes to sneeze, and the fox character has to stop him because he's gonna wake up a lot of like guards or something. So she plugs his nose, and I guess the air travels all the way through his body and then out his butt, and they wake up anyway. And I'm just like, looks actually kind of gross. Don't. There's only so many fart jokes I can handle before I'm just like, this is revolting. It's also insane to think about how old the first movie is. Like, the movie came out, I believe, in 2008. I was 10 years old when that movie released, and now I'm 25, and they're making a new one. They're making like a fourth movie. It's like, it's making me feel old. Like, I've like definitely outgrown this sense of humor the movie's gonna have. God, the hardest thing to clean in this game is things that have like little nooks and crannies, and this is like terrible. This box of boxes is not easy to clean. Oh, I was really thinking I was done, and I looked at this one. This one's still dirty. Somehow. Oh, I did it. Oh boy, Feeny, are you excited for the AI Summon and File stream tomorrow? We're gonna finish the whole thing. I was told the game takes about like 28 hours to beat. And I think I have like 18 hours in the game. So I just need a good 10-hour session with the game. And I'll definitely be done. There won't be any more. Yeah, and then it's time for the second game, which apparently takes about the same amount of time. And there's no way I'm gonna be done with that game. Like, it's like the way I've been playing it, it's gonna take more than 28 hours. I've definitely been taking my time with the game and trying to like kind of see everything. And like going into like a new area and getting to click on all the stuff and see if there's any unique dialogue with it. My favorite developer, Kuchi Kutero. Which, if you don't know, the game's by someone named Ushikoshi. He tweeted like very recently about that, how he's like, yeah, just call me Kuchi Kutero because it somehow sounds like my name. I don't remember what his last name is. Kotaro is apparently his last name. Ushikoshi Kotaro. Kuchi Kutero. He's such a good developer. I have to find him on Twitter. He's usually just been showing me his insane person tweets, and I'm like, these are great. Mimi, I'm gonna get on Paleo like after my stream or something, and you're gonna have like surpassed me. All your tools are gonna be like tier 4, and you're gonna have $1 million. And I'm gonna beg you for table scraps. Like, please, Feeny, give me a small pittance, so I can buy me a new bag. Just a small loan of $1 million. I'm gonna get on and like, I'm gonna be like, oh boy, all the cotton I needed to grow. Can't wait, I'm gonna water it. And it's gonna be like full of weeds. 1 million year weeds. Even though I planted all of them near like garlic, which is supposed to like be weed prevention, but there was still some weeds. I don't remember if they said weed prevention. Weed prevention. The game just doesn't like me. It's like you bought some low quality garlic from Bad Roo because he hates you. Actually, you can't even buy seeds from the farmer for some reason. You have to buy them from the general store. Bad Roo doesn't sell anything, even though the wiki says he does. I'm like, I want to buy more soil to have a bigger farm. And it's like, oh, you buy it from Bad Roo's Guild store. And then, like, he doesn't have a store. And all I can assume is my, like, farming level isn't high enough for him to give a damn about me. Like, my character's completely off his radar. He doesn't know who I am. I walk up to talk to him, and he's like, oh, are you, like, one of my son's little bug friends? Like, oh, your bug catching level's pretty high. Bye. Feeny, what happened? I don't know why they give you 100 snowballs, but they only stack in tens. I don't even know what those are for. I think I tried to, like, I couldn't figure out how to, like, throw them. And now they're just taking up room in my, like, chest at home. I think I saw someone, like, throw a snowball in Palia, and I was like, how did you do that? But then I didn't actually care that much and went about my day. Oh, you have to use the bug catching bag to throw them. You found a smelly nightmare. What is that? Is it a fish? Is it... Smelly nightmare. An oval of misery and mystery. Are you being punished for something?
A couple characters I've talked to, I can ask if it's theirs, and they're like, dear God, no.
Smelly nightmare. It kinda looks like an egg with like fuzz coming out of it. I need to figure out who's like I found a broken light bulb. And I have some like shiny rocks. And the game kind of hints it's like, oh, somebody might want these. I'm like, I don't want to carry these around and talk to people about them. I don't want this taking up my inventory space. I don't have enough as it is. They've just been in a box in my house. I'm like, I should probably try and do this quest. If I have to. It's like the opposite of a fetch quest. It's like a go find me quest. Don't people complain about fetch quests in like MMOs? It's like, oh, they're boring and overdone, but it's like, okay, well, how about we give you a random item and you have to guess who this belongs to? And it's going to take up inventory space until you do that. Hi, Andoini. How's it going? Your emotes are as cute as always. Happy little foxes. The workbench mat. How is that still dirty? Where's the dirt? Oh. Well, I got it. Beanie, look at this frog xylophone. You doing good? Just chilling? Well, this is probably the stream of mine to do that. I'm just playing some Powerwash. I was talking to Feeny a little bit about Palia. I don't know if you are familiar with Palia. It's essentially like an MMO RPG that's only about life skilling. Like there's no like actual combat in it. The whole game is just like you farm and fish and decorate your house. Yeah, I think it's still in like, it's like an open beta right now. They put it on the Switch like yesterday. It's free. The only thing you have to pay for is outfits, which are very, actually like they're all very good and tempting. Hashtag not an ad, but could be. Is it like in-game currency, or you have to pay with real money? To get the cosmetics, you have to buy like the premium currency with the real money. But other than cosmetics, the entire game is completely free. And the game itself actually seems pretty good. It's kind of unusual to have like really any game release where the premium currency, you know, like the only like thing you have to pay for is cosmetics and the rest of the game is free. It doesn't happen too often. Usually games like that, people are like the developers or whoever does it, the producers, I don't know how it works, but they're like, you wanna buy some pay-to-win nonsense? No. I'd rather your game not have pay-to-win. Like, hey, you wanna buy our game for like $40 and then pay us $15 every month for the rest of your life so that you can actually play the game you already paid for? No. I would not like the game I bought to be on a subscription service. I'm looking directly at you, Final Fantasy XIV. I would love to play Final Fantasy XIV, but I don't have the money to be buying a game that I'm not allowed to play unless it's like you're more renting the game. I don't want to rent the game. God, and saying that you're renting the game that's not even like exactly what you're doing. Like that's not even close. Because you bought the game. You own the game, you've downloaded the game, but then you're not allowed to like use it. It's worse than just renting. Maybe I didn't ramble about that too much. I don't think I'm ever gonna forgive what is it, Square Enix? Freaking Square Enix for making the game like that. They're really raking in the money with that game, because anyone you talk to is gonna, maybe not anyone, but like a lot of people. I've heard a lot of people be like, yeah, Final Fantasy XIV, that's the best MMO that you can play. And it's like, too bad it's on a subscription service. Too bad, but I mean, can't imagine the money they're making. How do you get bigger chest, Feeny? How much is the recipe? What? Why is it 25,000 gold to buy a recipe for a chest? That's insane. And it's honestly hard to get money in that game. Like, there doesn't seem to be like an easy way to make money in Thalia. I think I was like in somebody's stream earlier and they were playing Thalia, and I noticed they had like, oh, you have all the bag upgrades, like you must be, rather experienced, you've played the game a lot, you're wealthy. You know any good ways to make money? And they're just like, nope. They essentially told me no. Either you spend tons of time catching bugs, or you spend tons of time fishing. I think they told me that their like boyfriend likes to farm, so their boyfriend just farms a bunch of crops and sells them. And I'm like, that sounds like the worst way to make money, because you can buy like a carrot seed for like, I don't know, 15 or 20 gold, and then it takes like 4 in-game days to grow the carrot, and you also have to water it several times, and then that carrot will sell for like 28 gold. And I'm like, that profit margin is garbage. Yeah, if only I had more garden plots. Too bad. I guess my gardening skill's too low to buy garden plots. I'm stuck with what, like 24, I think? This level's taking a lot longer than I thought it would. I really, like, sat down with this DLC and I'm like, oh, 1 level. This won't take too long. And now I'm like, I'm still here. I still got, like, the huge roof section and some wall over there. Oh. Whose, like, nasty, weird egg was that belonging to? Who is a rat? You don't know, it's just rats. Do they, like, own a store or anything? They might be the cooking. Oh, so it is the cooking person. I guess I'll try to remember that if I ever find that gross, stinky egg. God, I'm thinking about, like, Palia now, and I might just stream Palia. Like, after this, I was kind of planning on doing, like, some American Truck Sim, because I wanna play some of their Christmas event, but I'm also just like, I wanna play Palia. I'll just stream some Palia after this. That'll be pretty chill and relaxing. The game would, like, never flash my email on screen or anything. Like, you need your email to log in, and I'm like, I'd rather not show my email. Oh yeah, I know, Feeny, you're fancy. You don't have to log in every time for some reason on your Nintendo Switch. Your incredibly underpowered gaming device. I can't believe there's no graphic settings on the Switch. Like, surely they're gonna add that. Like, the game is still in beta. Surely they're gonna add graphic settings to the Switch soon. Well, that explains all the weird painted colors everywhere. Apparently there was a fire, and one of the elves was like, oh, let's try my new invention. the freaking like ice cream projectile gun, and they used freaking ice cream to put out a fire, which explains why there's so much soot around and weird colors. Thinking about like an ice cream projectile gun, I'm trying to think of like, why would you need that? What is that for? And it makes me think of that like old episode of Adventure Time where they were like the evil pigs that were allergic to ice cream. So they like force-fed the pigs ice cream and they exploded. They killed the evil pigs. And I'm like, it's like, yeah, you can tell when it's an old episode of Adventure Time when it has like no story behind it at all. Like that episode had no impact on the story or the world in any way. Which kind of makes me hate the episode. Like I don't like the throwaway episodes as much. I like the episodes that have some freaking juice in it. Like that Christmas special where they revealed that the Ice King is like used to be a human. I think I saw recently someone on Twitter was like, I just realized they released this episode on like, I think like Ice King's like canonical birthday. So like it was Ice King's like birthday when this like whole little party happened. Which is kinda nice. Kinda interesting. I suddenly remember that Fiona and Cake's getting a season 2, and I really hope it's as good as season 1. 'Cause season 1 definitely like put to rest some very interesting things and things I'm sure a lot of people were wondering about. And now I'm like, what's season 2 gonna be about? I can't imagine it possibly being as good. Season 1 was so good. And I don't usually like watching the intro for shows, but that intro was cool. Like it had such a cool intro. And it was like short and concise too. The devs for this game really like lawn gnomes. I can't help but just be like, don't elves work here? Wouldn't it make more sense if this was an elf? But I know the devs just like lawn gnomes. So I'll let it slide. Ooh, whoa. I'm cleaning the wall. Why does this wall in particular seem so hard to clean? Now, this stuff is not coming off very well. So many little speckles left. These speckles are ruining my little finish here. I think they are. This is some big nonsense I'm missing. Oh, they put gunk behind the flags. Oh, thank God. That's been the hardest thing to clean so far, other than maybe that box of presents. We knew what happened. There's like just a depressed character who's lonely. And they're kind of edgy about it. Have you talked to like the hunter very much? Like the hunter character? He's kind of annoying. I don't like how like... I don't even think that it's that he's tsundere. I think he like, honest to God, just doesn't like anybody. Like it's like such a bother for him. He's like, oh, I have to talk to you? Like, oh, you like... You did the thing I told you to do? Great fucking job, whatever. Here's your reward. Get out of here, loser. I'm like, whoa, they put other guy in this game? Anti-VTuber other guy in Palia. Real. God, I didn't like bother talking to anyone until I realized if you actually like choose the option to just, I don't know, talk to them, it'll give you a little bit of friendship. And I'm like, oh, this has a purpose. Okay, I guess I'll do it. I still gotta give like, I'm still doing the quest. It's like give 5 presents to people, and I'm like, I need 1 more. It's kind of annoying to try to figure out what people like, because it's like I don't know, like I'll have like a food, and I'm like, people like food, right? And I'm trying to give the food to somebody, and they're like, ew, no, I don't want that. And I'm like, okay. I'm trying to remember who I was like trying to give a gift to. It might have been just like the general store owner. I was like trying like everything in my inventory, and he didn't want any of it. I'm like, what the hell do you want? Do you just want me to give you like a fucking like gym? Is that what's gonna make you happy? Is if I give you a gym worth 1,000 gold? I also have a quest now. If I have to complete like 5 player requests and like several like NPC requests, and I'm like, this, I don't know how hard this is gonna be, because apparently the NPC requests reset like once a week. Like I assume like once an in-game week, I don't know. But I'm like, it takes like 5 days to grow a potato, and somebody was like, hey, bring me a potato. And I'm like, I'm gonna finally get that potato grown and bring it to them, and they're not gonna want it anymore. I guess I could just go, like, buy a potato. Which is funny, because I think it was the farmer who wanted a potato. And you have to buy the potatoes from the farmer. Like, I feel like that's the equivalent of, like, I don't know, like, going on Etsy and ordering some stickers from an artist and then just giving them back to the artist. I don't know. Like, I know you created this with your own 2 hands, and you probably have 1,000,000 of them, but here you go. I got these for you. I wonder how that would even work. Like, imagine if you did order something like a couple stickers off Etsy, and you just, like, make your order note, hey, keep these for yourself. It's like, I bought these for you, the artist. You think the person would be like, send them to you anyway? Be like, I'm fine. You can have your stickers. Or do you think the person's gonna be like, oh boy, it's free money. I don't even have to fulfill this order. That worked better than I thought it would. I wonder if that's just like the strategy for like speedrunners. The faster you flail your mouse, the faster you can clean something. Whenever I like move to Pally, I'll have to remember to put like drops enabled in my title. People are gonna be like, "Whoa, free stuff for a game I don't play." And they're gonna click on the stream. It works every time. Okay, what am I missing? Cheer, checker, star. I need the ladder. How did I not clean you? You look pretty clean. Miss some Christmas tree lights. That's kind of expected. There's a ton of them and they are rather small. Christmas tree presents. Missed only one of them. Decoration machine buttons. And it looks like somebody just gets like an empty paper towel roll for Christmas. What is this? That's an empty paper towel roll. And here, this guy's got a full paper towel roll. That's nice of Santa. These are some good looking buttons. Like these are some very like chunky pressable buttons too. Like, I want to press those buttons. Entrance door hinges. Fireplace candles. Fireplace cover. And imagine having a fireplace cover. I think growing up we just like had a rug that apparently was like I don't think it was like immune to fire, but it was like fire resistant. Just a rug in front of it. Had a bunch of little like singe marks. How are you still dirty? How do I get under there? At least stockings are in my way. I'm getting distracted by something that actually looked sturdy. How's that? It's still dirty. Where? Is it underneath? No, there's not really an underneath. Well, I finally got it. Fireplace gonk. Like from Star Wars? You're not a Star Wars robot.
One, two, three, four.
Fireplace presents. Giant bauble tops. There's a couple giant baubles. Guess those two are clean. Oh, it's this one's dirty. I like the texture on these giant baubles. I kind of want to just like bite into that. Grotto skirtine. I mean, that looks like dirt. That also looks like dirt. Where's this grotto skirting I'm looking for? There's a one that's dirty. And all I'm finding is a bunch of clean ones. Zero days since last eggnog incident. I guess Feeny was in here. Oh, here it is. It's hidden. Of course it's hidden. Become clean. These presents are in the way. These presents are in the way. Come on. How do you... I need like a different angle. Where's the ladder at? If I'm up here. No, there's this in the way. Oh, I got it. It was that easy. Grotto wall panelings. Okay, good. Lanterns. Oh, there's so many of these. Come clean. Come clean. What? Put the... Yeah, put the ladder down. Still one more lantern. Come clean. Oh. Become clean. Processing machine input curtain. Well, I don't see any dirt on it, but who am I to argue with Santa? Yippee. Processing machine lights. Whoa, Feeny, could you believe it? I popped my neck without touching it. That's an insane skill. Small grotto wall beams. Workbench ladder rails. Workshop presents. Oh. I'm so sorry that you gave NPCs gifts and now they want to visit you. That's so scary, Feeny. You poor thing. I did it. God, I can't imagine, like, that ice cream couldn't have smelled good. I've never smelled, like, spoiled hot ice cream, but it can't be good. Well, I guess I'll switch to Palia now. That was fun. I like Powerwash Sim. It's very relaxing and easy. Free DLC good. It was a surprisingly big job to do.